back, kings and queens. I want to welcome y'all to another Blackout Friday. And if you missed last week's, you can check it in this top hand corner right here. Now, today we are talking about someone who digs into the mind, who digs deep, looks further, looks beyond the superficial issues that they place in our face on media, things of that nature. Her name is Dr. Cress Welsing. And if you ain't heard about her, let's learn about her. Dr. Welsing was born March 18, 1935. She was born into a successful black family. Her father was a doctor, as was her grandfather. And they also supported the movement. They supported the positivity of black support, black community, things of that nature. So these type of things were in her mind as she went on in life. She went on to attend Antioch College to receive her bachelor's degree in 1957. Then she continued her education at Howard University, received her master's degree in 1962, thus going on to become a psychiatric physician, continuing the legacy of the family. Dr. Welsing is most known for her works that she published. She published the Cress Theory of Color Confrontation, which she herself published in 1970. Then she went on in her later years to write another pamphlet, which she called the ISIS Papers, the Keys to the Colors. This came out in 1991. Now, Dr. Cress was widely revered by some and considered crazy by some. She had very strong theories. She held nothing back. And her most favorite topic was white supremacy, which she synonymously dealt with racism. Racism, white supremacy is one and the same, based on the teachings of Dr. Cress. Dr. Welsing stated in her theory that there are 4 stages to white supremacy. There is the establishment phase, the maintenance phase, the expansion stage, and then the refinement stage. Each stage presents different difficulties that we must overcome. For the first stage, we have the establishment stage. This is where they started. This is where they first had the idea to say, we shall enslave a people. We shall enslave a people based upon their race, based upon the country, continent they're from, based upon the fact that they are not a part of our European nation. When they first established white supremacy, they all met up, they all sat down, said, this is what we want to do, this is what we want to start doing, this is how we're going to do it. After developing everything, then you go to the next stage. The next stage being the maintenance stage. Now, after you've written down all of the goals, all the wants, all the demands of the system, of the establishment, of what you want, how you want it, now you must maintain it. You must force the people to maintain the ideas and laws of the establishment. You must force everybody to get along. So, if you are European and you're not doing what the establishment said you should be doing, you shall be reprimanded. We shall punish you. If you are black and you're not acting in accordance to the way the establishment wants you to act, we shall punish you. This is maintaining the system, making sure everybody falls in line with what laws were established. Third, expansion. After you have established and maintained it, now of course you want to expand. White supremacy is not just a psychological attack on the mind, it is also an economic business. They had to expand that business. In order to expand it, they have to expand the torture and the horror they put us through. They had to also expand the different countries in which they scattered us to. In order to continue this expansion, after they have established and maintained, they must attack the mind. They must attack the physical. They must use strategies such as making laws like meritorious manumission, which would free any slave who would tell on his brethren, make the white people money, save a white person's life. Laws such as these destroyed the cohesiveness. Ideas such as Jim Crowism, the colonialism that takes over countries in Africa still to this day. Countries in Africa can't even use their own resources or benefit. And you wonder why the country is poor. Because they have expanded the grasp in which they attack. Is no longer just attack on the body. It's now an attack on the mind. It's now an attack on our economy. They make sure they create laws so that we are non-competitive in the economy. They make sure they create laws that put us against each other. They make sure they create immigrant laws in certain countries such as America that limits the amount of black people coming into the country so that they can maintain the majority population. These are the type of things that we don't look at. The fourth and final stage, the refinement stage, this stage is the most insidious, the most egregious. This stage is the stage where we can have a trial for a woman, Breonna Taylor, an innocent woman who did nothing and was gunned down in her home. The 3 white cops make it to trial, and they are given no charges that pays for her loss. There is no compensation that pays for her loss. All there is a refined white supremacist system that led us to believe that there was a possibility that things could be reconciled. That led us to believe that we can be saved through an establishment that has been set up by white supremacists. That is the refining of this system. We must understand that when things happen, like the Trayvon Martin trial, like the Breonna Taylor trial, when these type of things happen, it is the system doing its job. A refined system doing its job. Dr. Welsing promoted these ideas. She advocated heavy for African Americans. She hoped that we would change our mindset. She appeared in documentaries such as 500 Years Later, Hidden Colors, still trying to reach out to us to help us view the world in a different way, to help us see a bigger piece of that puzzle. We stay so focused on such a small corner, and we wonder why we are unable to make change. For the theories and ideas that have been placed into this world to combat the white supremacy, I want to salute Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. She has been pushed to the side and they have tried to hide her, but these are the people who we need to put on the front line. This is the knowledge we need to put on the front line. She is no longer here with us, but she has definitely left behind a legacy. She has left behind plenty pieces of work that we can study and learn from. So, that's all I got for you today for Blackout Fridays. Please like, share, subscribe, drop a little comment, tell us how you feel, and I'm out.